Okay, according to, just took me a couple minutes to get the Bloomberg, find the Bloomberg. It's 8:33 a.m., November 10th, 2021. So, Bloomberg's the only TV station that I receive that gives me both the date and the time. The New York One Spectrum, or New York One, gives you the time but not the date. Okay, so it's 8:33 a.m., November 10th, 2021. We're looking north-northwest from the 6th floor of 255 West 43rd Street, between 7th and 8th Avenues. We're looking direction north-northwest. So if you, let's go down a little bit. If you are looking at those water towers ahead, those are on the other side of 8th Avenue. We're on the eastern side of 8th Avenue, between 7th and 8th Avenues. This building is the Times Square. It's called, managed by Breaking Ground, the Times Square. It actually sits on the corner of 43rd and 8th, the northeast corner of 43rd and 8th. And we were told by the Department of Environmental Protection that these twin chimneys belong to John's Pizzeria, located at 260 West 44th Street. We've asked, one time there was a town hall meeting and I brought this up, and about John's Pizzeria, a female person, she must be one of the owners or managers, said there's no smoke coming from the twin chimneys. So that's why I videotape this every day. So here it says on their website, John's Pizzeria website, located at 260 West 44th, it says all pizzas are made to order in one of our 4 coal-fired brick ovens, and like a cast iron pan, our ovens season with age, making no 2 pizzas the same. The 800-degree coal-fired ovens have no thermostats to control heat. And so that's proof that this smoke must be coming from them, because there's no other restaurants in this vicinity that have a coal-fired oven. Everyone else is using gas or electricity. So Neil Dutta speaking from Renaissance Macro Research, head of U.S. Economic Research on the Bloomberg. Let's take a look.
To a steady pace of tapering, I think.
So we've also asked John's Pizzeria to meet with us several occasions, but they refused to. Okay, I'm going to scroll out. I'm going to turn on the Bloomberg. It's still Neil Dutta speaking, Renaissance Macro, head of U.S. Economic Research.
What I can tell you, at a minimum, is that the Fed's going to be having to revise up their inflation estimates for next year. One of the things that we've been seeing is that they've, when you look at the median expectations, they've always been sort of just expecting inflation to slow down to 2%, right? So it's just sort of this mark-to-market exercise. There hasn't been this kind of capitulation from the Fed on the inflation story. And I wouldn't expect that in December. And I wouldn't expect it in March either, because if anything, the composition of the FOMC is going to change. I don't think Biden is going to put people in there that are going to adopt a more hawkish response function to the data as it's coming in.
Neil, love catching up with you. The perfect guest to talk about this with. Neil Dutta there, a Renaissance Macro Research. TK, it's a six handle.
It's a six handle back to 1990, John, back to 1982 before that.
We'll talk about the adjustment of corporate America with the United Airlines CEO, Scott Kirby, in about 30 minutes' time. Looking forward to that. Full coverage on TV and radio. This is Bloomberg.
With the First Red News, I'm Rishika Gupta. The governors of Michigan and 8 other states want Congress to approve aid for American semiconductor producers. They're trying to ease the shortage that has hurt manufacturers, especially the auto industry. The governors sent a letter to congressional leaders asking for $52 billion. The question of whether President Biden's tax and spending package will be fully paid for has gotten complicated. The administration estimated that a better funded IRS could bring in $400 billion over the next decade through more audits of corporations and the wealthy. But under the budget rules, government analysts can't count money that will be spent as also increasing revenue. Democrat moderates have been asking for a cost analysis. General Electric has launched an offer to buy back as much as $23 billion of debt. The company is on target to cut its borrowings by more than $75 billion in the 3 years through next month. Yesterday, GE unveiled a plan to split the corporation into 3 separate companies. And DoorDash has agreed to its biggest purchase ever. It's buying Finnish food delivery company Wolt in an all...
Okay, the reason I play the Bloomberg is just to prove that it's really the time and date that I say it is. The other way to know for sure is if you look at the futures, you know, it shows you NYMEX, Brent, gas, natural gas, heating oil, the VIX, 18.51, up 4.11%. Okay, so these are things that for these things to have these numbers. Oh, here's corn. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. This is being videotaped with the video recorded with the iPhone 12 Pro Max.